time, Miss Crotty.
I'll just be a moment, Judge.
Are you sure? No pressure. For the September list, perhaps?
Yes, Judge.
Can we move most, if not all, of these to September?
Yes, Judge, but there
Well,
is...
make arrangements with Mr. Barry.
Yes, Judge. There is the one case that
Haggerty, Castleknock.
Yes, Judge.
Is he here today?
I am, Judge.
Is there representation?
There is, Judge. It's Frank King. He's on his way. He's just a bit late, right?
It wouldn't be King if he wasn't running late.
Judge, the council have made an offer to Mr. Haggerty.
September, if you don't have it resolved before then.
Yes, Judge.
George Noonan? Any appearance? George Noonan? No appearance, Judge.
Bench warrant for Mr. Noonan then.
Bernard Foley and Anthony Clark.
I appear for Mr. Foley. There's a plea in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. God, all right.
I swear by Almighty God.
I swear by Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give.
The evidence I shall give.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth. Garda Circle O'Reilly, Crumlin Garda Station.
In your own time, please.
Judge, on the 14th of May 1991 at 10 a.m. at Donore Avenue, the Coombe, I spoke to John O'Gorman, who reported that his vehicle 90D12323, an 80 Ford Orion, had been broken into overnight. The driver's side window, Judge, had been smashed and entry had been gained to the vehicle. Pioneer car stereo to the value of £250 and a lady's silver wristwatch had also been taken, Judge. Attempts had been made to start the vehicle and the cowling had been interfered with. Judge, a CCTV was checked at Healy's pub and it picked up 2 males interfering with this vehicle at about 4 a.m. on the 14th of May 1991. These males were subsequently identified, Judge, as Bernard Foley and Anthony Clark. On the 5th of June 1991, I arrested Bernard Foley and Anthony Clark in relation to this offence and they were detained at the Bridewell Garda Station, Judge. During interview, Judge, they made full admissions to the offences. They were charged and they were subsequently released on bail.
Was the property recovered, guard?
No, Judge.
Ms. Dennehy?
Judge, Mr. Foley was cooperative upon arrest and made admissions to the offences at the earliest opportunity.
Well, after he had been arrested, Judge, yes.
Ms. Dennehy, will you talk to Mr. Foley about showing some respect for this court?
Sorry, Judge.
Mr. Clark, do you have anything to say for yourself?
No, Judge. Sorry, Judge.
Mr. Foley?
What?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
No.
He's very sorry, Judge. It won't happen again.
Are you his mother?
Yes, Judge.
Judge, I ask that the court take into account that Bernard Foley has no previous record with the Gardaí.
Is this correct?
He has no previous convictions, Judge, yes.
This episode will not be repeated.
Well, I certainly admire your optimism, Miss Dennehy. Bernard, is this the case? Is this an activity you will not be taking up long term?
It is, Judge.
Mrs. Foley, I cannot overlook what happened. And the car owner's feelings have to be respected. Mr. Clark, you were here not more than 3 months ago with promises of bettering yourself. What happened to the false course you signed up for?
They got the start dates mixed up, Judge. I have to wait for the next one.
And how do you know Mr. Foley?
He's been met.
Is he now? I'll take this one in September. £700 surety for each man to be lodged to the court. On Mr. Clark, I strongly advise you to engage a solicitor before the September date.
Judge, in relation to Bernard Foley, Mrs. Foley would like to pledge her children's allowance book as surety for her son.
Mrs. Foley, you have younger children.
Yes, Judge.
And what will become of them if you hand over your allowance book?
I'll manage, Judge. I don't want Bernard to go to jail.
But then does the children's allowance cover the amount of the surety?
It does, Judge.
Don't send him to jail, Judge. I'll look after him. He won't do it again.
I'll accept the pledge. I don't want to, but I will. Mrs. Foley, I think you are too good a woman, and I fear your payment may be for naught. If Bernard follows Mr. Clark in any more of his adventures, he'll be back in front of me, and we'll be here again. Miss Dennehy, will you hand in the children's allowance to the court, please?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Yeah?
Thomas Mooney,